Hello, sorry about the lighting. Just going to quickly say that I thought I'd maybe vlog today. It is August 6th, and it's one of my last days of summer. It's 5:45 in the morning, and I'm just going to vlog a little bit today. I have a busy day with lots of things to get done and a lot of reading to get done, so I'm going to see how it goes. So I'm going to read the lauds for today. Today is August 6th. It's the Transfiguration of the Lord. And these are the prayers that I'm about to read. They're mostly made up of psalms. So yeah, that's my reading for right now. And then after praying that, I'm going to read 1 Corinthians in here, and this is a wonderful study guide. There's the scriptures up on the top, and then there's so many notes. It's almost too much, but I like it. So yeah, I'm going to continue to read 1 Corinthians. So those are my plans for this morning. Okay, it is now 6:45 in the morning. And I'm taking my dog for a walk. I hope you saw him. It is so hot and muggy already, but we're supposed to have a break in the weather tomorrow. It's supposed to get cooler. So anyway, I thought I would talk about, well, the topic of venereal disease and how it affected history. Because I finished reading Babe Ruth. Now, they never said he had VD, but it was kind of implied. He went to prostitutes. He was very much a wine, women, and song, as the author put it, discreetly. Like he just got, he was poor growing up. He basically was raised in an orphanage, even though he had parents, but they couldn't afford him. And he was so talented, and he just shot to fame and celebrityhood when he was very young, and so he just couldn't handle it, and he just drank and ate and partied and whored, for years, and then he finally settled down in his 30s and married his second wife. Kind of reined him in. But anyway, he had all these illnesses where he would get sick, and some of them were kind of mysterious, and the author was kind of a good old boy kind of author, where he wasn't making any comments on any judgments on him. So I mean, even though he was like cheating on his wife with other women and with prostitutes and stuff, in fact, he almost makes it look kind of funny. He was very, I don't know, the author was a good author, but there was something a little bit lacking. There was no, I don't know. Anyway, but the thing is, so while I'm reading Babe Ruth, I'm wondering about that, I'm also reading the letters of Vincent van Gogh. And his brother, well, we know Vincent van Gogh had VD because he was hospitalized for it. And I mean, I guess the speculation is that maybe that affected him, and as he grows older, he gets more and more unstable, it seems. So was that because of the VD? And we also know that his brother Theo died of it. Not very long, 6 months after Vincent died of suicide, his brother Theo died of VD. So, and then just clicking around on YouTube, I came across this channel. I'll link to it below. It's wonderful. It's a brand new channel. It's called Lovely Places on Earth. And the first thing that they were showing was Karen Blixen's house in Denmark. And Karen Blixen was Isaac Dinesen, who wrote Out of Africa and other stuff. Oh, I love her. I love her writing. Her Seven Gothic Tales, and what's the other collection of stories? I can't remember. But anyway, she suffered all her life from the VD. I always forget whether, I guess it's syphilis. I don't know. That she got from her husband, her cheating husband. All her life she was bedridden after her glorious time in Africa. No wonder she was nostalgic about it. She went back to Denmark, a very sick woman, and she was pretty much housebound, as I understand it, because of, Anyway, I'm just thinking about, we don't really think about that very much, how much it impacted people back in the day. I forget now where I was going with this. But anyway, I've just been thinking about, the wages of sin is death. Like Vincent van Gogh, he was so into rejecting his father, who was conventional, but his father lived a lot longer than he did. He just rejected the upright life because he couldn't handle it. It was too hard for him. My dog is nervous. He is really afraid of... Here, let's turn around. He's really afraid of garbage trucks. That's the one thing he's afraid of. Oh my gosh. I better stop. He's like running away from this garbage truck. So I have been neglecting my garden so much. Resolving next year I'm going to be much more conscientious. But I am still getting a lot of tomatoes. And I'm getting these cucumbers. But look at this. My cucumbers are turning orange. Isn't that the weirdest thing? I mean, I'm so bad I don't harvest them. Like, this is a normal size, right? This one's okay. It's getting a little big. But these ones are past their, when I should have harvested them. But why are they turning orange? So weird. But I am getting a lot of tomatoes, so that's good. But boy, it's been I've been so neglectful. I'm thoroughly ashamed of myself. Finished this book, Cornelius Rabbit of Tank by Mary Flynn, who was, I guess, some cousin once removed, something like that. She married my father's cousin. So anyway, it was a very, very charming book. Really charming, intelligent, delightful, just very good. A little bit of dated language, unfortunately. But other than that, really, really nice, humorous, gentle. Oh, just sweet. Just a really good book. So that was a fun read. So we sent this clock to the repair shop, and it is not fixed because it is 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's the time it's showing, and I've been having to wind it every single day. So something's wrong. One of the things on my to-do list is to clean up my living room, hide a lot of the toys, because we're gonna have a party here for my grandson who's about to turn 5, and his townhouse is a bit small for the number of people coming. So, but there's too many toys with too many little pieces, and you get more than a couple of kids in here, and it is a disaster. Everything is everywhere. You can't find the puzzle pieces, and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just going to hide a bunch of the toys with a lot of pieces for the party, and just have a couple of things out. And then they'll be busy doing party things, so they don't need all these toys. So, and I might tape the piano shut because they'll be banging on the piano, and I might also cover up the on button there for the organ, because that'll be really, really loud. So yeah. So, and then today, one of the fun things today is I'm gonna go look for party decorations that aren't too plasticky. So yeah, I should have thought ahead and ordered stuff maybe, but it's too late now, so I'm just going to do the best I can. So yeah, so that's one of the things on the agenda for today. Okay, I'm about to tidy up a little bit. There's Mint chewing on his bone that I got him yesterday. Yeah, this is the family room. But as you look at the kitchen, it's all one big room. You can see the mess. So I didn't quite clean up from last night, and just a lot of junk always accumulates on every surface. So I got to put things away and then clean up. I'll show you these. So I just bought these because I'm going to try and do some batch cooking for the school year, because I'm going to try and make more homemade stuff for the 8-year-old grandson, so that he's not eating junk. I think the hot lunch at school is junk, and I've been using too much processed foods for him, so I am trying to avoid that, trying to feed him better. So the idea for this is I'm going to make a big batch of mac and cheese and freeze it, and then on Fridays that'll be his lunch. So I'd have to remember to take it out of the freezer, and I have to warm it up somehow and maybe transfer it to a thermos. So that's what I plan to do. And sometime this week, towards the end of this week, I'm going to experiment with the new stovetop mac and cheese that serves 18. And I think I'll freeze some of it if we like it. I'll see if we like it. I might have to doctor it to make it tastier for us. But anyway, I don't know where to put this. I don't have a place to put this. So I need to figure out where I'm going to store that. And just mail is piling up, and just, everything. Look at all the paper bags and everything over there need to be put away, and just a bunch of stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now. Yeah, I thought since this is a booktube channel, I'd talk a little bit about my grandson's books. So he is going to 3rd grade, and he can read, but he doesn't read a lot. He likes to be read too. He likes, I guess they're graphic novels like Dog Man, Cat Kid, or something like that, and comics and picture books, but he wasn't big on chapter books. So this summer, since it was the Olympics, and since he sometimes says that he wants to be a runner, and now that he's going to 3rd grade, he can be on the track and field team at his school. So I got him this book to read. So he was reading it for about 20 minutes a day, off and on, over, I don't know, half the summer, but he just finished it yesterday. So, and we have a family tie, which I didn't even know about. My husband's brother, when he was in the Scouts, was in a race, and he won, and Jesse Owens gave him his award. So we have a picture of Jesse Owens giving my brother-in-law, when he was 12 years old, a trophy. So yeah, so I didn't even know we had that connection. My husband remembered it when I showed him the book, or when he saw that the grandson was reading. So anyway, so he just finished this, which is a good thing, because it turns out for 3rd grade, you have to do some kind of book report and return it in the first day of school, or first week. They say first day, and then they say first week, so they're not even clear. But man, that just is so, to me, that sort of thing really kills the love of reading. Anyway, so he finished this book, and then I was at the thrift store, so I bought a bunch of books for him. So I got him Beverly Cleary socks. He likes animal stories. Goosebumps. He likes scary stories. I just like the title of this one, and this looked nice and thin, so just sort of a lighter read. The Hero of 3rd Grade. A to Z Mysteries. This was actually recommended by the 3rd grade teacher. She gave a list of books, so I thought he would like one of those. And then this was, he does tend to like nonfiction. What Was the Underground Railroad? I thought that would be a good, he knows these books. He said he at least looked at one in 2nd grade. This series of What Was and then Whatever. And then he said they always have big heads and little bodies on the cover for some reason. And then this is Nate the Great. I thought, this is a lighter read for him. And then Kate DiCamillo. I know that I loved her. She wrote The Tale of Despereaux, which I absolutely love. And so I think this is for younger kids. So it's almost like a picture book. So I got that for him too. So yes, that's my little haul for the third grader. Okay, now it's not quite 10 in the morning, and I've cleaned up the kitchen a bit. I did a little bit in the living room, and now I'm sitting down, and I'm going to look at this. I really like Dr. William Lee. I watch his YouTube channel, and this is the second book that I have by him. I got on a Kindle his Eat to Beat Disease book, which I want to reread because it was really interesting. A lot of it was about our immune system and how they function. And I really like Dr. William Lee. I know a lot of people follow fad diets, and I can be susceptible to that kind of thing. But he's Harvard trained. I think he teaches or has taught at Harvard, and he's a cancer researcher. So I really trust him. And I want to lose weight. I wanted to lose weight for my daughter's wedding, and instead I was at my heaviest. So I would really like to take off some weight. I don't really care what I look like, but I'm older now, and I want to stay as active as possible for as long as I can, especially since now I have grandkids. I must say, grandkids have really given me a new lease on life. So anyway, so I'm interested in this, and I've been pouring through this and taking copious notes. And now today, I'm just going to look at recipes that he's got, because he also cooks, and see what I can adapt to the low FODMAPs diet. So that's my little project for right now. Okay, it's already so hot, and I just turned the air off. But I finished reading or looking through the recipes in the Eat to Beat Your Diet, and I found a couple, but I didn't find that many. Anyway, I decided to run errands, but I decided the first thing I was going to do, since this is my last week of freedom before I start watching my grandsons full time, I was going to go look for a dress because we've been invited to a wedding. A friend of my daughter who just got married in May is getting married in September. But this is so interesting. The theme is academia. And my daughter's going to be a bridesmaid, and she said that the dresses, I think she said they were like a hunter green or pine green, like a deep green. So I think it's like a dark academia theme, and it probably doesn't matter because we're just guests, but they did say on their website, tweed is encouraged. So I have nothing that looks like that, and I thought, you know what, fall is coming. Maybe I need something new for my wardrobe. So I'm going to run into TJ Maxx and look and see what they've got. And then I'm going to run some other errands. I have to drop up some textiles, like stained things and stuff that I'm just going to dump in one of those textile boxes that's behind a gas station nearby. And then I'm going to drop off my glass recycling, and then I'm going to run to the store and get more lunch meat without plastic and some other things, like ingredients for the mac and cheese that I'm going to batch cook, and see if that won't work for the 8-year-old's lunches this year. So yeah, so that's what I'm about to do, and I'm getting really hot. So I'm going to turn this off. Hello, I found it. I could not find this earlier in the day. I wanted to read it, couldn't find it, and I wound up just sitting in a chair, that chair right there, and watching a Dr. Lee video and falling asleep. Just for a few minutes. I'm trying not to nap because I'm trying to sleep better at night. And I have a tendency to just want to nap every afternoon. And then I wake up too early. And then half the day I'm just dragging. So I'm trying to cut out napping. But my body wants to nap. It really does. So it's hard. But anyway, I wish I had gotten to this sooner because now I'm starting to cook dinner. So what happened since the last time I was vlogging? Most of the day has already passed. I didn't get any reading done. I did wind up taking the 8-year-old grandson to buy his uniform for the next year. And we went through all his clothes. Before our vacation, I'd gone through the rest of his clothes. and we'd gotten rid of a lot of stuff because he's grown really, really fast, and he had just had so many clothes that he had outgrown. Anyway, so that was my big thing that I did today. I did go into TJ Maxx and buy a couple of things, but not for that wedding. But they were really good sale. So I got a shirt and a skirt. Anyway, and I didn't get the other chores done either. So I'm going to do them tomorrow. So anyway, now while I'm waiting for the potatoes to boil, I'm going to read a little bit of Van Gogh. Hello again. So it's after dinner. I only read a couple of pages in Van Gogh, unfortunately. But what I hope to do is, it is now 7:15. Okay, so I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm just going to settle into a couple of hours of reading before I go to bed. I just got really sidetracked today because of, I realized that this was the day that I had said I would go through the 8-year-old's clothes because he has to get a new uniform for school. And this is so much more of a project than you think it will be. And so we had to drive across town to go to the uniform store and buy the stuff. And I had him try on everything. Well, not quite everything in his drawers, but most things to see what exactly fit and what didn't fit. So anyway, that kind of sidetracked me. And then, well, I think I explained earlier, I just finished going through his drawers yet again. The clothes seem to multiply. Anyway, so I'm done with that. I'm done with dinner. It was a delicious dinner. There's a really good maple Dijon. It's really simple. It's just maple syrup and Dijon mustard, and you mix it together and you brush it on salmon, and then you just bake it for 10, 12 minutes. It's really good. And we had boiled red potatoes, and I made a little bit of a coleslaw, and we had some baby carrots and some pickles, trying to put more vegetables out, more plant stuff out. In my quest to eat healthier, like Dr. Lee says. So, all right, well, I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm really going to read. Okay, see ya. Okay, so I finished my shower. I'm not going to show you myself because my hair is all wet. But now I'm back in the same place I was early this morning. And I'm inspired by Krista at Books and Jam because she does these 15-minute sprints. And I think what I'm going to do is 15 minutes of Van Gogh, and then 15 minutes of Aeneid, and then 15 minutes of Van Gogh, and then 15 minutes of the Aeneid. And if I can do another round, that would be great. And then I'll end with some evening prayer and go up to bed. And up there, I'm going to be, I took a break from Secret Water to read the Cornelius Rabbit of Tang, but now I'm going to start that up again. And I finished Babe Ruth, which was my Kindle read. So now I'm reading another book, and this is for Historathon. It's called American Gospel by John Meacham. It's about the influence of religion on the Founding Fathers. So apparently John Meacham won a Pulitzer Prize in something. It wasn't for this book, I don't think. But anyway, that's what I'm reading upstairs. But down here, before I go up to bed, I'm going to sit in my little comfy reading corner and take turns reading Vincent Van Gogh's letters and the Aeneid, which I am buddy reading with my son. I'm supposed to finish, I think it's book 5, but I only read about 7 pages yesterday. So I don't know if I'm going to finish that today. I might be a little bit behind. Anyway, so that's it for this vlog. I'm going to try and put it together, and I'm going to put it up at some point. I don't know when. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you later.